Oh, hello there. My name is ZRice, and welcome back to another spooky month video. The only time of the year on this channel where we post spooky clips and frightening flicks all month long. That's right. All this month we're doing horror and Halloween themed videos, and you're watching one of those right now. Today, it's kind of a tradition here at Spooky Month. We've been doing Spooky Month for, this is our 6th year now, 6 years in a row. God dang it. It's been quite a long journey. And this has been a tradition pretty much every single year where I go through my horror movie collection. And we're gonna see what I picked up since last time that we did this video. What did I sell? I did sell quite a few horror films, you know, I need to make some extra money. But still though, we have quite the collection to go through here. These are all horror films. This is my horror movie section. You see, I'm a big Michael Myers fan, so you'll see some Michael Myers there as well. I should really fix this. This is not in a good position right here. Oh shit. The fucking frame is falling out. This is my Mr. Riku Browning, who played the creature from Black Lagoon. This is autograph there. I met him. Very nice man. Met him very briefly. Didn't like say what's up. He was very old. Alright. Anyways, let's get started with our first film. I know it says horror Blu-ray and DVD collection, and that is correct, but we have one horror VHS here. I have a few more, but Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me. I don't care what anybody says. This is a goddamn horror movie right here. David Lynch, at the peak of his career. Well, he was always at the peak. Rest in peace. But yeah, one of my favorites. Another one, House. We're just gonna kind of go through these a little bit fast. I'll give some commentary here and there on what I think about the film, but we got a lot to go through. If I had to review every single film here, this would be a 24-hour video. Which maybe I should do 24-hour. Let me know if you think I should do a 24-hour live stream of me going through my favorite horror movies. Could be kind of fun. Blair Witch Project. We have The Night of the Blood Beast. You know, some of these I have, I would say like 95% of these movies I have watched, but there's a good 5% of them that I haven't. I always like to buy films that I've never seen before so I can watch it. I think it's much better than streaming because it gives you more of an incentive to watch it. And also, I just don't really like streaming. Anyways, the buffers, there's ads, blah, things get taken off, you know, but with a DVD, you have it forever. So, physical media for life. Living Hell, Japanese Chainsaw Massacre, Twilight Zone, the whole first season. One of my favorite shows ever, the Twilight Zone. The Removers, this is a very interesting short film here. Removers, not very long, I say go check it out. Hey, are Godzilla movies considered horror films? I've had this question with, I've had this debate with a few people before. People are like, no, it's like science fiction. No, it's like action. Some people are like, no, it's horror movies. The first one's a horror film. So I don't really know. So I have quite a few Godzilla movies here. You let me know if they're horror movies or not. I think most of them could fall under that category, but we have Godzilla 2000, Godzilla Against Mechagodzilla, Godzilla Final Wars. These DVDs can cost a pretty penny if you stumble across them. So if you do find one for a good price, I say check it out. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. Godzilla, Tokyo, SOS. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. See, this is one I haven't seen yet. I gotta watch that. I haven't seen the second one. This is kind of random. Army of Darkness DVD. I have like 3 versions of Army of Darkness. Chopping Mall, one of my favorite 80s horror films. Maribito, I actually haven't seen this one, but Tartan, Asia Extreme, Tartan, makes great editions of horror films. Ghosts of Mars, underrated, glad it's finally on the Criterion Collection. First Spaceship on Venus, and Voyage to Prehistoric Planets. Love Voyage to Prehistoric Planet. Great movie filled with awesome practical effects. Definitely check that out if you're a practical effects guy, which I am. Speaking of practical effects, Planet Terror has some practical effects, I think. CGI as well, but can't come on with Planet Terror, really. The OG King Kong. We have Psycho Gorman. You know, this movie was hyped up for me, and I was really excited for it because again, I love practical effects, and this movie looked right up my alley. Wasn't too impressed with it. Might be selling that one soon. I don't know. Maybe I get it. Maybe I got to get a rewatch, but maybe I don't know. Just didn't really get that into it. Child's Play 2. Love Chucky though. Zombie, classic. Haxan. If you don't know this one, silent documentary type film, about witchcraft and fucking cults, and it's great. And it's made in the 1920s, so it's even spookier looking. We have Death, The Final Journeys, which is basically just a real mixtape of people dying and animals dying, and some of it's fake, some of it's real, but Death, The Final Journeys. Todd Browning's Freaks, an absolute classic. You can't go wrong with that. But I'm only putting this in here because most people put it in the horror movie category, but I kind of beg to differ. I think this is more of like a drama, honestly. Todd Browning's Freaks, I feel bad for those guys. Audition, crazy movie. It, my favorite. It. I don't own the other ones, the newer ones. Mandy, underrated Nicolas Cage performance right there. The Other Hell, crazy ass nunsploitation film. Pink Flamingos, which I haven't even opened yet here. That's because I think I have a different version of it as well. Yeah, I have it on the Criterion collection. But where's that? Is that here? Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. Should we do a little unboxing? Should we do a little unboxing of Pink Flamingos on DVD? Alright, let's see what's inside. Pink Flamingo starring Divine. Classic John Waters film. Multiple Maniacs and Crybaby might be my favorite John Waters films. But it's hard to go wrong with Pink Flamingos. You know, actually just looking at that cover, I think it became my favorite John Waters film again. Circus Ridiculous, a little known documentary about a traveling clown show. Traveling circus. But they barely have any money to get their dreams going, and yeah, it's very interesting. Real documentary. We're gonna kind of go from the bottom. Let's go from the bottom up, shall we? So I'm right here next to the bottom. Let's see. Let's go to the bottom up. I'm gonna take these out here. All right. Oh gosh. Oh lordy. Okay. We have some good ones here at the bottom, all the way down to the bottom. All right. First off, John Carpenter's They Live. Roddy Piper. Absolute banger of a film. Nothing But Trouble. I actually like this movie. Most people don't, because it is very strange and odd and peculiar and weird. But I think Dan Aykroyd and John Candy kill it. This is totally off the deep end here, but we have The Bleak from James Bell. If you don't know who James Bell is, look at the covers here, and you will, this is everything you need to know. I don't like giving away too much about movies, obviously. I hate spoilers. So, but if you're into gore and shocking stuff and VHS, kind of like shot on video, home movies, horror films, that's the way to go. Plus, he does all of his own practical effects in there. The Happiness of the Katakuri is another one I haven't opened yet. Huh, interesting. But this is a movie that I bought because I really wanted to show my sister. I feel like she'd really enjoy that. Poultrygeist, Night of the Living Dead. You gotta have a little trauma in there. Gotta have a little trauma. I'm excited for the second one, which some of my friends are in. Shout out. Peter Jackson's Bad Taste. I was so close to going and being in this as like an extra, but it just did not happen, unfortunately. Peter Jackson's Bad Taste. I love young Peter Jackson. Actually, I just love Peter Jackson in general. I think he just has a great, I'm missing the word here. Shut up, phone. I'm missing a great, filmography. Filmography is the word. I'm a white monster, really. Tetsuo, the Iron Man. I think I have Tetsuo 2 over here somewhere. Night of the Living Dead, George Romero. I keep putting it on this side, but this side looks better camera-wise. Day of the Dead, the third one in the trilogy. A couple Dracula films here. Good old Hammer Studios. Hammer Films, Hammer Studios. Moonlight Sword and the Jade Lion. Don't watch that. It sucks. These ones don't suck though. I'm a big Vincent Price stan, so House on Haunted Hill and The Bat. Both really spooky movies. Bud Abbott, Lou Costello meet Frankenstein. We're going to the classics here, folks. We got some of the classics. Unspeakable Horror, silent classics, more classics. All three of these are fantastic. Hunchback, what do we got here? Caligari, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, all the OGs. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. I say give them a shot, you know? They're silent films, they're shorter usually. And that's movie making 101, that's where it all began. I have not seen this one. I feel like I've said this like every video. Like, I gotta watch this. Still haven't seen it. I don't know what it's about. Candyland? Candyland? I don't know. But I like the cover though. This is one, I guess you could call this a horror movie. I forgot why I put it in my horror section. But Birth of a Nation? Enough said about that. Dawn of the Dead. Damn it, this cover is falling apart. Dawn of the Dead on DVD especially is also hard to find as well. Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, which I didn't mind too much, by the way. I didn't mind. Death Ranch, it's about a couple guys beating up KKK members. It's pretty sick. Willy's Wonderland. I didn't enjoy this one as much as Mandy, but it's another Nicolas Cage horror rage fest. Gotta love it. The original Thing, not the John Carpenter one. American Werewolf in London. I've met David Naughton there, who turns into the werewolf. Spoiler alert for a 40-year-old movie, but yeah, super sweet guy. The Invisible Man, classic. H.G. Wells, Boris Karloff as the Mummy. Not my favorite Universal monster movie, but it is still pretty damn good. I actually prefer The Invisible Man over the Mummy. Bloody Pit of Horror. This one's a very interesting little flick there. Quite old. When was this made? It doesn't even say. It says it's made in 2000. I mean, the DVD was 2005, but this has got to be like a 70s flick. It's got to be. Voodoo Apocalypse. I don't remember much about this one, but I have seen it. I remember it. The Day the Earth Stood Still. Another classic, Michael Rennie, Stood Still. The Day the Earth Stood Still. Wait, no, I got the lyrics wrong there. Man, Rocky Horror, though, is somewhere in here. Corman's World, good old Roger Corman. Rest in peace. One of the greatest filmmakers and producers of all time. Of all time. And if you can disagree, then if you disagree, you can just unsubscribe right now. Just kidding. Please don't unsubscribe. Sorry, I'm just putting some movies back. I'm trying to take care of everything. I just don't want a bunch of fucking movies everywhere, I guess. But here we go. We're on to section number 2 here. Ooh, I love these right here. All right. The Midnight Movies. MGM did a series called Midnight Movies where they put 2 horror films into one pack. Look at that. And Haunted Palace and Tower of London. I love them both. There's not really many Vincent Price movies where I don't like. I just like watching Vincent Price act. I don't know, what can I say? Same with this one, The Pit and the Pendulum. Not really a double feature here, but Midnight Movies. Nonetheless, Theater of Blood and Madhouse. Madhouse is fantastic. Peter Cushing. Anything with like anything with like the 3 guys. When I say the 3 guys, you got Vincent Price, Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee. Those are my 3 guys. And a lot of films they've started together. And so whenever it's like a Vincent Price and Christopher Lee movie or Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing movie, there's a lot of those. I'm seated. I gotta watch it, you know. And I think there's only one film where they're all in it, and that was The House with the Long Shadows. Is that it? Shit. Do I have that movie? I better. If I don't have that movie, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. The House with the Long Shadows. Oh my god, do I not have it? I thought I did. Oh, House of the Long Shadows. House of. My bad. But yeah, they're in that all together with of course John Carradine as well. All right, we'll just put this over here. We reviewed it. Let's see here. The Oblong Box and Scream Again. Actually, I take that back. This one has all three of them in it, but that's not. It's not as good as House of Long Shadows, in my opinion. Excuse me. What's the Matter with Helen and Whoever Slew Auntie Roo? Panic in the Year Zero and Last Man on Earth. Again, another good Vincent Price flick. Last Man on Earth. Tales of Voodoo. We got Ghost Ninja and Primitives. I don't think I've seen Primitives yet. The Fly and Return of the Fly. More Vincent Price here. This is on a Vincent Price roll right here, goddammit. Ichi the Killer. You probably know what that one is. Saint Bernard. Cool little flick with Warwick Davis and a terrifying dog. Phantom of the Opera, the OG. You know, the newer one with... yeah. I lost my train of thought. House of Wax, though. House of Wax. That gives a big thumbs up here from this guy. Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn. I'm not a huge Children of the Corn fan. I think it's okay. I think it's essential viewing when watching Stephen King movies, for sure, but... I don't know. The Crow. Definitely essential viewing. And so is The Descent, I would say. Descent also. Very, very good movie. I don't know why Daisy's in here. Daisy snuck up on here. Great movie, but not horror. Let's see here. Oh, God. Oh, Lordy. I already see one that I'm like, I'm going to love to talk about. The Devils. Ken Russell, Oliver Reed. The Devils. That is a horror movie if I've ever seen one. So As I Spit on Your Grave. We're getting to more kind of the gruesome category here. We're straying away from the Vincent Price classics. Jigoku. Another crazy one full of blood and hell. The best depiction of hell I've ever seen in film. Burning Moon is also up there as well. Burning Moon and Jigoku. I don't have Burning Moon though, but go check that out. The Fun House. Toby Hooper. House That Dripped Blood. Great anthology flick there. Frankenstein Conquers the World. I haven't seen this one actually. Why is it so fucking heavy? Oh, there's 2 DVDs in here. Along with, oh, more movies that are coming soon. Rareflix.com. Yo, check it out. Shout out Rareflix.com. I'm sure they're still operating. Yeah, alright. Frankenstein Conquers the World. Blood Feast 2. Herschel Gordon Lewis. The Godfather of War. Japanese monster movies. This is just couple of Gamera films on there. I love Gamera. This is the one I was talking about. This is a horror movie to me. Alright, this is a horror film. You might say, Xander, it's Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. That sounds like a kid's movie. You're terribly wrong. It's a horror film if I've ever seen one. The Seventh Curse. Very, very underrated flick right here. I just talked about this in my 10 movies to watch this October. New video. Go check it out right now. But I talked a lot about it there. The Seventh Curse. Ricky-O, the story of Ricky. Kung Fu, spectacular. David Cronenberg's The Brood. Very unsettling flick, I would say. Dennis Hopper, the man himself. Blue Velvet, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. It came from outer space. Another Rocky Horror reference there. Prisoners of the Ghostland. This one I'd probably put closer up with Mandy on levels of great Nicolas Cage greatness. I think he does a stellar job in here, as well as has my guy Bill Moseley in it as well. Escape from New York, John Carpenter, OG. Un Chien Andalou, Luis Buñuel. God, I'm getting all these names wrong. Sorry, I need to work on my dictation here. I'm just fucking tweaking out over this white girl monster. Sorry, my phone keeps ringing. I'm gonna turn it off real quick. God. Alright. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, folks. I was just turning off my phone there. Let's put some movies back here, though. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. I want to hear from you guys, of course. You know, I made my own top 10 horror movies to watch this October. What is a horror film that you can't go in October without watching? It doesn't even have to be horror. It could be something spooky. You can put a little Hocus Pocus in there. You can put a little Nightmare Before Christmas. Both movies, which I absolutely love. Nightmare Before Christmas more so, I would say. Maybe you want some Halloween Town. Maybe you want some, Mickey's House of Villains. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever rafts your giraffe. More midnight movies. The Return of Dracula and the Vampire. Classic right here. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. David Argento's Suspiria. Love David Argento. I really want to see his new movie that came out actually a while ago. A few years ago now. Oh, is there a poster in here? I didn't realize. There's a poster? No, it's not. It's a booklet. Oh, wait, but we have postcards. What the fuck? I must have forgotten about this. There's postcards in here. Holy shit. Dude, these are awesome. Oh my god. Dude, I need to put these. I'm putting these to the side. I gotta put those up somewhere. Where would you guys put postcards like that? It's kind of hard to display, I guess. I'm trying to look around my room here where I can put those. I don't know, but we're gonna find a spot for Suspiria. Gotta love Suspiria. I'm putting that to the side. Oh, my favorite movie ever, The Cannibal Holocaust. Enough said about that one. Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride, Creature, 4 Universal Monster movies. Really can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with more Dracula as well, including the first one Christopher Lee was ever in, The Horror of Dracula. Bela Lugosi, classics. The Corpse Vanishes, Invisible Ghost, Phantom Ship, Scared to Death. Corpse Vanishes is an interesting one. He's mostly known, obviously, for being Dracula, but he had a great run of horror films as well that's not nearly as mentioned as it should be. Neither is Psycho 2. Psycho 2 was 2, 3, and 4, but Psycho 2, I think, holds up and can definitely compete with the greatness of Psycho 1. You could say, hey, how is that possible? Psycho 2, it's not even directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Well, that may be true, but Psycho 2 is an underrated masterpiece. My opinion. Let me know what you guys think of Psycho 2. Morons from Outer Space. Alien from LA. Another Morons from Outer Space. Alien from LA. We're joined with Man from Planet X and the Angry Red Planet. The monster that challenged the world. More midnight movies. I just love the style of them, the look. And when you put all the midnight movies together in a row, it just looks goddamn beautiful. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I have a poster signed by the entire cast. I got to meet the entire cast a few years back at CreepyCon in Ontario. Rocky Horror Picture Show. One of my absolute favorite movies. Top 10 of all time, I would say. Maybe top 5, actually. Top 5 for Rocky Horror. Love that movie. With all my heart. Inland Empire. Again, I don't care what everybody says. This is a horror movie, I believe. 3 hours of sheer what the fuck is going on terror. Madman of Mondoras and The Devil's Hand. Madman is very interesting. It's about Hitler. So if you like that, hey, check it out. Waxwork and Waxwork 2. I haven't seen Waxwork 2 yet, but I really enjoyed the first one. The first one's about kind of like a museum that comes to life. Kind of like Night at the Museum, I guess. Grindhouse Experience. There's a whole slew of films on here. There's probably too many to name, but we got Blazing Magnum, 3 Men to Kill, Mr. Deathman. Those first 3 are I wouldn't say top tier. These are pretty like trashy Grindhouse action horror flicks, but I really enjoy them. I went through a Grindhouse binge after I first saw Tarantino's Grindhouse, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to educate myself more on Grindhouse flicks, and so I bought this one, and I went down the whole list. Another Grindhouse mashup here. We got The Beast of Yucca Flats on here, Drive-In Massacre, another cool one. Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter. All sorts of crazy flicks. Check out Grindhouse by Tarantino, and then pick up some old Grindhouse films as well. Monster movie mashup. What we got on here? We got Nightmare Castle, The Devil's Nightmare, She Beast, and Night of the Living Dead as well. Hammer Films. I've already talked about Hammer Films a lot, but so you know I love them. Two Faces of Dr. Jekyll, Scream of Fear, Gorgon, Stop Me Before I Kill, The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. All fantastic. But the one that stands out though is Gorgon, I would say. Gorgon, and I would say the Two Faces of Dr. Jebel. Two Faces of Dr. Jebel. Fantastic acting in there. Oh my god. What else do we got here? We're zooming through this actually. Holy moly. The best or worst of Ed Wood. One of the most infamous directors of all time. Familiarly played by Johnny Depp in Ed Wood. But he has made some of the most interesting flicks, I would say. Shot on very low budget. And some of them, most of them don't make very much sense. But Ed Wood is definitely a director to watch. Bride of Monster. Plan 9 from Outer Space is the most famous one, I would say. So give that a watch first. Glen or Glenda. And Jailbait. All very interesting. They're not all horror films, but Plan 9 definitely is. So I would say give Ed Wood a go if you like obscure vintage films. We're getting to the Blu-rays here. The Blu-ray section. We have Phantasm, Arachnophobia, Black Sunday, a Barbara Steele winner right there. This one, another one. I'm not sure why I put this in horror, but this is more of a. It's a very beautiful film actually. Santa Sangre by renowned filmmaker Alejandro Jodorowsky here. He's made some of my favorite movies ever. Holy Mountain, El Topo. Santa Sangre is one of his more underrated ones, I would say. But it's about a traveling circus, and it's about a young boy and a young girl, and their story together. So Santa Sangre is one to check out. Not really a horror movie, but definitely check it out. Color from, I was gonna say Color Out of Space. Color, that's the title actually. Oh fuck, Color Out of Space. It's another. It's like an H.P. Lovecraft film right there. The Green Inferno, which was Eli Roth's attempt to make a Cannibal Holocaust style film. Doesn't have all the grit as the OG Cannibal Holocaust. This is pretty much just a straight up remake, but not as good, I would say. Still decent. I am a fan of Eli Roth, I will say. Not his best work though. Krampus. This is one that you can watch on Halloween and on Christmas. And of course, Stephen King's A Clockwork Orange. I met Malcolm McDowell a few years back. He was a very kind old man, and it was funny because we were at a Halloween convention, like Michael Myers Halloween, and he was there, of course, because he played Dr. Loomis in the Rob Zombie Halloween movies, and he had a pretty decently large line, and people were of course just giving him like Rob Zombie posters and Rob Zombie 8x10s for him to sign. Dr. Loomis. And I walked up to him with a Clockwork Orange poster, and the first thing I said to him was like, I said, I know this is a Michael Myers convention, but I had to have you sign this. And then he was like, oh, good, because this is a much better movie anyways. And I was like, I mean, is he wrong? Clockwork Orange, Malcolm McDowell. What a legend. Alright, we got more Blu-rays here. Oh, fuck. Shit, no. Ugh. My monster spill. Fuck. I'm gonna have to clean that out of my carpet. Oh, God. Why would I be so stupid? Okay. Alright. Let's reorganize here a little bit. Hey, how's your guys' day going? Anyways, we have a few more Blu-rays here. Getting to the end here. Not really. Them. This is the film that inspired my movie, Snakes. You could probably see the comparison. Another Tromaville hood classic, terror firmer. Bad Ronald. I always talk about this one. I always give this one a special shout out in all these videos because this one's, I feel like, an underrated little gem for sure. I'm not going to say anything about it this time, but if you've heard me talk about it before, you'll know what it's about. Grindhouse. We were talking about this earlier, but this is the Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez collab. You can, of course, watch both on their own, Terra Firma and Death Proof, but great collab film. Whew. Phantom of the Paradise. Some of the best music I've ever heard from a film, and a soundtrack is in this film. Shout outs, fucking, God damn it, what's his name? Paul Williams. How could I forget? How could I forget that? Shout out Paul Williams, the Muppet Man himself. This is not a horror movie. David Lynch's Dune. Maybe the David Lynch was a horror movie because he fucking hates that movie. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, of course. Machete, more of an action film, I guess. Herschel Gordon Lewis, The Blood Trilogy. Call Me Blood Red, Blood Feast, and 2000 Maniacs. I've seen them all. I like 2000 Maniacs the most, but Color Me Blood Red, also a pretty cool Herschel Gordon Lewis flick right there. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. The only way to watch this film, the producer's cut, you know? And I'm one of those people that thinks that the original Curse of Michael Myers is not as bad as people think it is. It's not. I think it's better than 5 for sure, and it's better than the next one for sure. Well, Resurrection, but the producer's cut makes it one of the best Halloween movies, I believe. And yeah, go check it out. Paul Rudd as Tommy Doyle. You're gonna love it, maybe. Motel Hell. I haven't opened this one either, huh? Not your traditional horror flick, but it is very mesmerizing. Gaspar's Enter the Void. Oh, what do we have here? This is more straight up horror. Blood, Guts, and Gore, 3 from Hell. We have here another Robbie movie, 31, and another version of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. This time with pictures. What is this? A little paper fell out here. And we have the first 3 Scream movies, and including 2 documentaries about Scream. Can't go wrong with Scream, folks. I actually haven't seen the last one. Was it Scream 6? Scream 6? I haven't seen it yet. Is it worth watching? Please let me know. Alright. Hey, I told you we had a million versions of Army of Darkness. Because here it is again. I know I have a DVD of it somewhere as well. But Army of Darkness, the Screwhead edition. I don't know why they made so many editions of that movie. Child's Play. We have, of course, the Rob Zombie's infamous murder trilogy, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil Rejects, and yet again, 3 from Hell. Evil Dead 2, my favorite Evil Dead. Evil Dead 1, we're just going backwards here. The Fog and The Howling. One's John Carpenter, one is... Ooh, wait, can I remember who made this without looking at the director? The Howling. Is it fucking... I don't want to say John Landis, because he did American Werewolf. Oh, fuck. Is it Joe Dante? Joe Dante! I was right. I'm a G. I'm so good. Yeah. Reanimator. Killer Clowns, yet again. House of a Thousand Corpses. The Houses October Built. Cool little film about a couple of guys. It's shot like a documentary. It's a documentary. A couple of good old friends set out to find the scariest haunted house in America. They get in their van and they drive around looking for the scariest, most extreme haunt they could find. They didn't go to McCamey Manor, but they sure went somewhere else, and they almost got murdered. So let's go to Scream 4. King Kong versus Godzilla. We have The Shining, of course. No horror collection is complete without The Shining. R.I.P. Stanley Kubrick. Hellraiser. And Hellraiser 2. Can't forget the second one. The Lighthouse. More of a psychological horror film, I would think. Or a horror/thriller. Alien Quadrilogy. The first one's definitely horror, and then we just kind of get into action movie territory. A Serbian film. This one is good. I enjoyed a Serbian film. Call me crazy, call me weird, but I mean, it's not something I would regularly watch. One time was good for me. It was enough for me to buy it, and maybe show my friends later down the line. But a Serbian film, I can appreciate it. Let's just say that. I can appreciate it. What they were trying to do. And there's actually the main reason why I bought this bought this Blu-ray, because there's a full-blown documentary on the making of this, and I was like, I gotta see that. I was like, the making of a Serbian film, I gotta see that. You can't find that anywhere else except for this documentary, except for this Blu-ray. Fuck me. And but I watched it, and it seemed like they had a good time while making it. Everybody was in very high spirits. They were laughing between takes, and I was like, it just seems like an average, normal set. Little did they know they were making something absolutely horrifying. But hey, they knew what they were doing, I guess. Nightmare on Elm Street, all of them, just all of them. Yeah. What's your favorite Nightmare on Elm Street? I've been asking a lot of questions. It'd be funny if someone answered every question I asked to put in the comments, and they just listed all their answers in the comments. Please do that. That'd be really cool. Excuse me. I really like New Nightmare, honestly, and Dream Warriors as well, and the first one. First one, Dream Warriors, New Nightmare. Oh, and Freddy vs. Jason. I am a Freddy vs. Jason fan, I will say. Alrighty, here we got a big old box set coming at you. A few box sets, actually. Let's see here. Let's put some of these movies back, kind of organize as we're going along here. Oh, man. October is going by way too damn fast. I'm gonna need to slow down. I think once you hit like the seasons, like the big ones, like October, and then it turns into Christmas, I feel like time just speeds up, man. Time just speeds up, and it's quite the tragedy because I love October. I love Halloween. So please stay around a little bit longer, Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, we have Halloween. This is the masked version. If you take it out, you can kind of see he's a squishy little guy. It's like a 3D kind of mold of him. Little like anniversary thing. You squish. Oh, squish his face here. It's pretty cool. Random selection of films though from the 3rd anniversary. This one has Halloween 1, and then 4 and 5, and then a documentary or 2. No 2, no 3, just Halloween 1, 4, and 5. I'm sure it was a licensing and rights kind of thing. Go in your box, Michael. Go in. Alright, he's back in his box. Another box set. Classic Monsters. This is one of my favorite things that I own. Yes, it's on DVD, but does it really matter? The films are 100 years old. But there is a Blu-ray version of this box set, but that was too damn expensive for me. But anyways, this is pretty much all... Let's see if we can... fuck, dude. Shit. This is pretty much all the monster movies that you need here. Starting from Dracula all the way till... I don't know. You got some Abbott and Costello films in there as well. This is everything you need. This is your guide. Universal Monster Movies, this box right here. And same with this one. Another expensive as hell. Good thing I didn't buy it. Oh shit. God damn it. Things are just falling out everywhere. I'm going too fast. I'm going too fast with these. Here we go. But I remember when this set came out, everyone was fucking talking about it like crazy. Like, this is the greatest set ever. I was not one of those people that pre-ordered it because it was just too expensive for me. But luckily, a friend of mine bought it a couple of years later for my birthday. Friday the 13th, the ultimate box set. All Blu-ray, all the films. Yeah, including Freddy vs. Jason. I'm just waiting for another one, dude. I think the whole world is waiting for another Friday the 13th. It's about damn time! Make it! Stop the politics, stop the drama, stop the fucking copyright shit. Just make another movie. The fans have been waiting. It may be waiting too long. Maybe the fans are over it. I would still enjoy another Friday the 13th film, but yeah, damn. How long has it been since the last one? 2009 was the remake or something like that? They saved themselves a little bit for a few years there with the Friday the 13th game. Made the fans happy for a little bit. But then they just fucking shut down the servers for the game. So, what the hell, bro? Twin Peaks Season 3. This one, I think, is more horror than the first 2 seasons. It just goes off the deep end in the best way possible. Look at Laurel Palmer there on the back. Twin Peaks, my favorite show, by the way. Twin Peaks, Walking Dead, Game of Thrones? I don't know. Still figuring out my third favorite. Parks and Rec. I do love Parks and Rec as well. Pink Flamingos, told you I had it on the Criterion Collection. We got good old Eraserhead. My introduction to David Lynch, and still my favorite David Lynch movie, I think, ever. Night of the Living Dead. We have another David Lynch classic, The Elephant Man. This one's is less horror, actually, than it is more of a drama as well. But, alright. Any movies drop? I thought I heard something drop. Maybe not. Maybe we're good. Oh, one film dropped here. I can't forget Salo and 100 Days of Sodom. 120 Days of Sodom, excuse me, pardon me, bless me. This one, just like a Serbian film, I can appreciate the arts. I can appreciate what they were doing. Do I agree with all the messages in the film? Maybe not, but it is a great film to watch on a first date nonetheless. For real, this is I'm so for real about that, as you can tell in my face. Yeah, Salo. Go check it out. You lovebirds out there. First date, do it. Fuck it. Shit. Same with this one, Cannibal Holocaust, Blu-ray, 4K. Wow, watch it. Do it. I'm very disappointed how this is like the remastered version of Cannibal Holocaust, and there's no documentary on it. There's no behind the scenes. Sucks, except for like some commentary, but that's why I bought the DVD. The DVD has the documentary. Alright, we've reached our final horror film. It's the last one, folks. Last one. Are you ready? Are you ready? Say in the comments yes or no if you're ready. I'm just kidding. You don't have to say that. We have Halloween, the complete collection. We gotta end it with where it all began for me. Where I first fell in love with horror movies was Halloween. And I'm sure I've told this story. This is all of them, by the way. Except for the new ones. The new ones. 2018, not bad. I didn't mind Halloween Kills. Halloween Ends can go fucking die in a hole. Yeah, I didn't mind Halloween Kills that much. My story, I'm pretty sure I've told this story before, but when I was a kid, I would say it's like around 4th or 5th grade, my parents showed me Nightmare on Elm Street. I loved it. I was like, I want to be Freddy Krueger for Halloween. And they said, okay, little sonny boy, you'll be Freddy Krueger for Halloween. And I was like, oh, yay. And then they got my costume and everything, and then like right before Halloween, they showed me Halloween. And I was like, oh, I want to be Michael Myers. Michael Myers is way cooler than Freddy. But I already had my Freddy costume. And then I ended up being Michael for like a couple more years after that. Got it the next year, and then I couldn't stop wearing it. Anyways, folks, thank you for watching. If you watched this entire way, then comment. What's something you can comment? Comment Macho Man Randy Savage. If you made it this whole way. That's the secret keyword. Thank you so much for watching. My name is ZRice. Check me out, ZRice Films, on Instagram. Check me out, ZRice Films, on TikTok. Email me at... No, you don't need to email me. Just follow me on all social media. Thank you for watching. More Spooky Month videos are on the way, so don't you worry about that. We have plenty more spooky content to come this year. Check the link in the description for all the spooky videos we've done so far this year. And thank you for watching. My name is ZRice. Bye-bye.